about are the alternative DUI counts that we've been dismissing. We're nowhere near 40%.
All right, one last question. Mr. Morgan, who are your stakeholders?
Stakeholders are the citizens, the victims, and the police department, and we work very closely with them. We have an excellent victim witness unit who are constantly working with police officers to make sure that we get them to court so that they get the sleep that they need, so that they're able to come to court, and we try to get them away from court when they don't have to be there, when the case has been resolved. So we have excellent victim advocates who work also with our victims. We've got a Spanish-speaking victim advocate who works with that community very, very well. And, of course, the citizens who expect us to do the great job that we've done over the past 16 years.
Same questions here.
The prosecutor works for the people. The prosecutor represents the people of this county. Whether you're a victim, whether you're a defendant, whether you're a juror, whether you're just somebody driving down the street, the prosecutor's job is the same as the defense attorney, but the client of the prosecutor is the community. The prosecutor has to set the right example in his office. He has to say to the offenders, we're going to zealously prosecute those repeat offender DUI cases. They have to say to the victim, we're going to prosecute those domestic violence because when you can't protect yourself, we're going to help protect you and your children to make sure that no further harm comes to you. The prosecutor has to protect the police officers. We're going to send a message to law enforcement that when you make a case, we're going to fight for you. We're going to go to court and we are going to fight to protect the work that you have done on the street. The prosecutor is for the people. And when it comes to DUI reductions, there were 2,500 DUIs, and that came from the clerk's office. And it was DUIs that were dismissed. And I have the numbers and have the records if you want to see it.
Do you have any additional questions? No more questions? We're going to move to the closing. We'll start with Ms. Yeager.
The one thing Mr. Morgan has never told you is how many cases he's tried when he's been in a courtroom. I have tried over the course of my career 140 jury trials to completion. That is with over 95% success rate. That means I'm successful whether I'm prosecuting the case or whether I'm defending a case. Because the most important quality that your head prosecutor, your protector of the citizens of this community, is that you're an expert at what you do. If you don't know the law and don't know how to try the case, how are you going to teach your brand new assistant solicitors? How are you going to help them train the law enforcement so our people of our community are protected to the best as you can be? Along that lines, over the course of my career, I've written a book, the Georgia DUI Case Reference, which is presently used in the solicitor's office right now. Every year, I give the prosecutors a new copy so they can take it to court with them, so they have the knowledge to effectively prosecute those cases. In addition, you have to have administrative qualities. I took over the Cobb Bar Association as president with a deficit budget of negative $30,000. By the time I left, in a 12-month period, we had a surplus of $15,000. That's because I have smart accounting skills. If you want a prosecutor who not only leads but prosecutes and tries cases and sets an example of leadership and prosecution in their office, then I hope that you will support me, Cindy Yeager, to be your next Solicitor General of Cobb County.
I can answer that question. Well over 142 with a conviction rate of almost 98%. When I was an assistant district attorney, we took a 400-case backlog with our MCS cases, and in 8 weeks, we cleaned those cases out. I have the experience, too. I've been the one who is leading training for all of the prosecutors in this state since 1998. I served on the Prosecuting Attorneys Council. I was the chair of the training, and I provided training for the entire state. I've had over 100 assistant solicitors who's gone on to very successful careers, 2 as solicitor generals in their own right, 5 who are judges in our court, and a myriad of assistant DAs, U.S. attorneys, assistant attorney generals, and defense attorneys over the course of time. I'm proud of my people, and I'm proud of the people that they have become because of the training that I have given them. Now, my opponent talks about a book. Well, I did a survey of all the prosecutors' offices, solicitors' offices in the state. No one has heard of their book. No one uses her book. Which she may have given them to the folks in our office, and you can ask them. Nobody uses her book because the Prosecuting Attorneys Council provides our DUI update to us, and we do that every year. You know, when you're looking for someone to hire for this very complex position, you want someone with the experience, the temperament, and the wisdom to do the job. I have all of that, and I have for a long time. And not a week and a half ago, sitting in these same chairs, my opponent said that I've served well. Me. I've served well this county for 16 years. And that's the only thing that I've agreed with her on since this time. But I believe I've served well too.